It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? Shout about thunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you please, won't you be my gamers?
Oh boy, I'm late. I was messing with something and now I am late. Let's give you guys a little mute. Hey everyone, welcome to Mr. Hobbs' Gamerhood. I am Jason Hobbs and my camera is backwards. Anyhow, welcome to Mr. Hobbs' Gamerhood. It's Tuesday nights group on Tuesday nights. Hey, Trevlin Hart, howdy. And we are playing Old School Essentials once again. This is White Sands of Opjamar, a traditional campaign set in the sandy regions of the emergent empires. This is actually the Treasures book, if you guys are curious. Anyway, do you think they put the redhead on there on purpose to be, Lamentations of the Flame Princessy? Or am I just reading into things? I don't know. Anyway, you can't have a game without players. Let's head over to the round table and meet them. All right. Elliot, introduce yourself and your character.
Wah, wah.
All right. Obviously, Elliot's not here today, but that is a nice picture of Sod. I don't know where he got the image. Stu.
Yeah, I am Stu. I am playing Galdal, a dwarf, once part of a mercenary band for hire. After a serious jaw injury, he struck out on his own and started traveling with these knuckles.
I think it was TMJ. The serious jaw injury was TMJ. I don't know. Aaron.
Hey, Aaron Clark here. I am playing Hethan, a level 2 cleric, I think now. And Hethan touched by the hand of Khalifa. Thanks.
You make that sound kind of dirty, Aaron. Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Gabriel here, playing Akimuk Dan Savory, a thief from the city of Junera.
Nice. Taylor.
Hey, my name is Taylor. I am playing Hadia, a magic user of first level, apprenticed to a witch hidden in the waste upon her flight from a merchant family seeking to make her own way in the hot, dry White Sands region. Let's see. Drinking dragon's milk.
We aren't messing around tonight then.
Not messing around. This is bourbon barrel stout.
Yeah, dragon's milk get you. I'm drinking good water out of one of my gaming and BS glasses. Zip Zaps tonight. What about you, Stu? What kind of pussy drink you got?
I do have some high quality H2O and
I like it.
local light lager, trying to cut back on the calories. So
I've got a special glass. Can't mess around with this.
No, dragon's milk is precious. What's a local light lager?
just picture your light beer,
Now you're like,
guzzler.
he's like, he must hate the place. He doesn't want to mention it on the show.
I just, what if I don't want to get doxxed, Hobbs, and indicate what a local brewery is? Respect my privacy, Hobbs.
Is that what it is? Respect my privacy while I get on this D&D game online that tens of people watch all over the world. All right, all you chatters out there, sound off. And I think that I should mention that I was going to give something away in January, but I still haven't figured out where to find the points, the Hobbs hugs. I don't know how many everyone has. I lost that area. I've been looking for it occasionally in between all the other crap that I do. And I haven't found it yet. I mean, I actually I looked for it for over an hour, and that's a long time for me to be searching around in the hidden. What the hell just happened? That was weird. My whole camera just changed. Because I did this? It is because I did that. That's weird.
You push the camera change button.
Yeah, it's using the same camera, but using two different pieces of software. Cool, man. I have to keep that in mind. Hey. Anyhow, everyone's here. Who's doing a recap? Do I have to roll randomly or something?
I can start it off. I can start it off.
Elliot, go. Go ahead, Stu.
All right. So our group accompanied Saad, Elliot's character, to go see a local crime boss of sorts, Al Jahuti, at the bathhouse in the little village of Hava. We thought that he had an obligation to him, and we suspected he was going to have us go retrieve a creature that we encountered in one of our previous treks out into the desert. But his priorities had changed a bit, and he introduced us to some other mercenary of sorts that wanted us to prioritize investigating this passage that was found in the bathhouse to go underground. Al Jahuti had previously sent some of his men down there, and they did not return. And specifically, they wanted us to go down there to find a gladiator named Tarrok. Last few sessions, we fought through a couple different groups of undead to reach this point where we have some mysterious voice taunting us. And we just destroyed some undead in one chamber, and we have a rather large zombified gladiator coming towards us, along with perhaps whose ever voice we keep hearing. And that's where we're picking up.
But on the upside, it's mission accomplished because we totally found Tarrok.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Anything to
good
add?
one.
Anything to add, Aaron?
No, I think Stu did a good job covering that up.
Awesome. Gabriel?
No, that's pretty much what happened.
Good. All right.
I guess that I will add two or three things from Stu's recap. Was that in the chamber where Galdal struck low that priest down into the cylindrical well, the dry well, there's also this magical blue portal, and Hadia has been drawing on her own life energy in this chamber to cast some magic missiles, and who knows what other arcane mysteries are to be found.
Bam, bam, bam. All right, nice. Sounds good. Let's head over to the tabletop. All right, this is the situation as I recall it. Obviously, you guys have already been looking at it. I'm just sharing it with the other folks. I think we just basically introduced, as you said, this massive form of Tarrok. I don't know what that red line is. Oh, it's his life bar. Anyway. All right, so I don't think we're actually in initiative specifically, are we? Or are we? Does anybody know?
I don't think we rolled yet. I think we kind of did the reveal, and then we paused.
Right. And Akamuk's like hiding in the shadows over there. His torch is like stuck into one of the sconces on the wall. And Hethan's coming down the hall with his torch.
Was this old? Are you saying I still sound staticky, Stu?
Same.
It's still present. It's not terrible, but it's there.
Oh, dang. Well, I think we're just going to have to listen to it for a couple hours. If we can handle it, and then we'll see what happens. Someone did mention that they wanted me to turn this into a podcast to listen to, and I'm like, God, I think that would be brutal. That seems like it would be brutal, just listening to us play without seeing anything or, know what we're referring to or seeing my awesome hand gestures.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could just listen to the YouTube in the background, right?
We're gazing into your gorgeous blue eyes.
Oh, yeah. I stopped wearing my glasses so people could see how beautiful my eyes were. Hey, guys. Hi. How are you?
Just saw a bunch of viewers drop.
Yeah, me too. Everyone just took off. They're like, what just happened? All right, so it seems that this massive form, formerly known as Tarrok the Terror, rounds the corner. Akamuk is well hidden, he believes. And let's just start over with initiative, eh? I rolled to see what we're starting with, and it is Taylor.
All right. Let's see. 1d6. Bam! Starting off strong.
Nice one.
Ooh, a 5. I feel like we played so much Kalmata and White Sands lately. It's like a lot of tension in these massive combats and these huge, I guess these are set pieces. I guess I make set pieces now. I didn't even know I did, but I guess I do. All right. So, movement.
Right. Hadia is going to try to... These are... Oh, sorry, my finger isn't working. The stairwells to the north and south are the ones that lead up to the platform?
Yes. So this area is about 10 feet above you. This area is about 15 feet above you, maybe more than that.
Okay.
This will lead up to this platform back here. These lead up to this edge, this narrow edge around this octagonal pillar, empty, almost like a cylinder, but it's octagonal. It's not circular. It then goes down to the floor that you're in, the walls of it easily being 2.5 feet thick.
Okay, cool. So, let's see. Ruler.
So the rules I use, I should let you guys know, if your character is here and you are not, the character fades out of the scene and he'll survive, but that's it. You can't use him for anything. But if the whole party dies, then they die as well.
Hey, Hadia, you're using the Q key to hold to set out the waypoints, is that right?
Or you can right click as well.
Is that what it does? Is that how it works?
Yes,
I can never remember how to do it.
I was right-clicking. So the stairs, are those double movement or?
No.
Okay, cool. Let's see. So I got a movement of 40. So Hadia is going to make her way over here. Around the stairs and towards the blue pool here. Side note, if imbibing a liquid, make sure your epiglottis is portioned the correct direction. Your lungs are not meant to hold that. But, and she will brandish the pyramid along the way, looking to see if it reacts to the pool.
Yeah, it begins to glow brighter, and that's just your regular movement. That's not a run or anything, right?
Correct.
All right, so what this is it's a low font. So it's only maybe a foot high. So it's maybe 2 feet high, of this alabaster brickwork that goes around like you've seen everywhere. And inside is a water that is this shimmering blue bubbling color. And from this angle, you can even see down inside it that it looks like there might be... It looks like there's... let's see, what would they be? 5 pieces of... Like you would think normally nondescript ornamentation, like a woman's hair comb, a brooch, maybe a couple hair combs, a brooch, and like a different, like a light, not necessarily a tiara, but like a hair piece that sweeps your hair back in there. There's 5 of them you instantly see, and 2 of them still have a glow about them that seem to be helping create this sheen of water. You can, I think you should make a saving throw versus spells.
Is the portal vertical or horizontal?
It's not a portal. It's just like a font, like a little.
Oh, it's like a fountain.
Yeah.
Or a pool. Okay.
But it definitely looks kind of like a portal. Like it could be. You never know, right? But I think, yeah. How did you do on your saving throw?
I succeeded with a natural 20.
Oh, nice. So you can feel the power of the intrinsic magic almost coming off in waves from this area. Even at your level of knowledge, you're pretty sure that these must be tokens of VTEM. Where the hell? Here we go. So VTEM in the emergent empires are, they could almost be anything. They could be rocks, they could be gems, it could be water, it could be anything. But for whatever reason, it's sort of become infused by magic itself, the power of magic. And you can use it obviously to do things at harm to yourself, but being this close to it also can cause unnatural, almost like wild magic is what you could consider it. And instead of it being an area of wild magic, it's this infused items of magic, and they could be anything. So why they're like a hairpiece and a brooch have this infusion, or why they became a token of VTEM, is anyone's guess. But you do know they're dangerous.
Nice. And the pyramid, it continues. Does it brighten?
Yep, it brightens as you come over here.
Nice.
And I don't know if you remember, but it also it was drawing you to this location. So for some reason, might be some kind of detect magic or some sort of artifact of VTEM detection or something. So, All right, that is Hadia. Anyone else moving? I think you said Hethan was heading down the hall.
Hethan just takes like 2 steps forward and shouts at Tarrok there at the end of the hall, at the other end of the hall, shouting, bow down, beast, and know your master.
Nice.
I'm going to try to taunt. I'm going to try to turn him. I don't know if I can. I'm level 2 now, so I can affect up to 4 hit die monsters.
Nice.
Or no, 3 hit die monsters.
Not as nice.
Could be nicer, I guess.
Well, I mean, 4 hit dice is better than 3 hit dice. Go ahead and make an attempt.
Sure, I'm just pulling up my character sheet here.
Does it seem quiet? Do we need some music? It seems quiet to me.
I only affect 2 hit die monsters.
All right, Galdal, were you gonna move? Aaron kind
yeah.
of jumped the boat there, but we'll let him. Magic comes pretty soon.
So, Dr. Saad had picked up a spear from this guy, tried to throw it at the creature that was standing here, and missed. Is it fair to say there's a spear somewhere out in this vicinity?
I think you can roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, you don't see it. So a pretty good chance, like a 66% chance of spotting it.
Okay. Cool. So that was a 3.
Yep.
What I would like to do is, presumably this guy had a spear as well. I want to retrieve the spear from this side and his, and I want to get back up on these stairs.
I was kind of saying that was including the other 2 that might have been over there, but sure, you can have 2 spears.
Okay. All right. I guess my hope was between that guy, this guy, and the one sod through that I could collect 2 spears within the 20-foot radius and get back to the stairs. That was my turn. Okay.
Sure, you have 2 spears.
Cool.
Where's your shield? I'm just kidding. 2 spears.
One spear is going to be on the stairwell right here with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm holding the other one with my shield right now.
Oh, I see. You just have it so you can throw it or something if it comes. Nice.
Yep.
Awesome. Now, Hethan will use his magic. Akamuk, I'm assuming you're going to stay hidden. And that is the end of y'all's turn.
Even holding my breath.
Alrighty. I like that. So let's just say this guy. Oh, that's not working. That's not working. I can't do it. Just moving the whole map if I do it. I guess this guy will storm down here after Hethan. And that's when you see...
there's the witch.
Oh yeah, your thing was supposed to protect you, right?
It should. If he's summoned, enchanted, or constructed.
Can it attack you or no? From attacking the caster melee.
It cannot.
Nice. So I think it will be paused there. What do you think it looks like? What stops it from attacking you? Are you glowing so brightly, or what is it? What makes it not be able to attack you?
Well, I think my hands are out, and I was shouting at it down the hall, and it just can't get by me.
So it can attack you, but I don't know if that means it can't get by you, right?
Well, it's big. I mean, I occupy 5. Does it occupy 10 feet, and I occupy 5 feet, so there's no feet for it to pass?
No.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to hold it at bay right now.
Okay. All right. So why don't you go ahead and roll 2d6? High is better, and we'll go. It can attack you, but that doesn't mean it stops him from being able to pass. It's not a thou shall not pass. Oh, it could be. It may work that way. A 9, yeah, I think that's pretty strong.
You shall not pass.
I'm going to roll a couple d6 here to contest that. 6, definitely less. All right, I think that makes sense. But what stops him from actually attacking you? Is it like it's so bright once he gets there, he's like shielding his eyes, or what?
No, I just think it's my indomitable physical presence. A little guy standing up to a big guy, kind of thing. That kind of taken aback, like what the, and then trying to pass and not being able to. Maybe some magical force is pushing back against him.
All right, so he certainly seems confused and maybe like smashes his hand up against this force as it doesn't give even an inch. And then this other person comes around. And the anguish that just a strong empathetic wave passes over Akamuk as she moves past. Akamuk, you should allow me to change the page that I'm looking at. Is that all right with you? All right. And now make a saving throw versus paralysis.
Okay.
Oh, nice success. All right, so you are almost overcome with grief. What do you think? What memory do you have, or what causes this almost overwhelming feeling of grief as this horrid-looking creature with long white hair, too tall, an extra joint, it appears, in the way that she's almost walking, and her arms, with wailing mouths on her palms, and her eyeballs aren't within her eyes. It's almost like the oracular nerve has stiffened and pushed her eyeballs away from the sockets, and the anguish is palpable.
So he suddenly is kind of assaulted by all these memories from the streets of Junera. Is how hard it was to survive on the streets until one of the gangs kind of took him under their wing.
Okay.
But all the time it was really hard not knowing what's going to happen the next day.
Yeah, beaten down and living by the moment, let alone by paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. We all know how anguishing that can be, but I mean, at least I do. All right, so cool. That's awesome. So there really isn't a hold your action in this game, but it feels to me like you shouldn't be penalized just because, you guys won initiative. So if you want to try and attack her, I will let you. Maybe I shouldn't do that, though. I don't know if that's right either, because then it almost gives you a free attack. It kind of changed the way it works. Maybe I won't be able to, actually, because that'll affect the action economy in the game. I think we're just going to have to win initiative. You guys are just going to have to win initiative. Or she may move out of your range, and then you could still run up and get her or whatever. All right. So I think that's a turn. Let's Taylor, I think you won.
Oh, should have stuck with my other epithet. Oh, simultaneous.
Simultaneous. All right. Is anyone else moving?
Can you talk to me about the edge of this raised wall? How precarious would it be for me to, stand on just the wall itself?
I think you'd be fine just standing there. I think fighting from there might be difficult.
I'm just looking for the brief elevation boost of getting at the very top here of the staircase.
That's fine. You can stand up there. The other creature that you fought was up there.
Okay.
All right. So Galdel moves. Heffen, are you backing up, or are you still trying to stop this creature from moving, or?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be backing up, but trying to keep him from getting past me. That's my plan.
Okay.
Giving my companions back in the chamber more time to do whatever magic-y things Hadia's doing.
All right. That sounds like a good opportunity to ask Hadia what she's doing.
So I have a pool in front of me. Does it look like it is so the blue in there, is that like a palpable glow, or is it like do I think I could touch it?
I mean, you could try to touch anything you want, but I mean, what that's going to do, you don't really know. Like I said, I
Right.
think you believe that there's water in there, and then there's these artifacts inside the water that seem to be creating this bluish shimmer that's then like flashing off as incandescent Kirby crackle in the area.
Okay. I will dip the pyramid in the water.
All right, cool. I think you should make another saving throw versus spells.
What?
That's so awesome.
Click in the character sheet, not cheating or anything.
Awesome. So another success against it. So you can feel like it's almost the magic that's emanating off of this is corrupting your vision almost as you see, it's like putting fractures, like you're now looking through non-Euclidean space in other areas, and your clothes seem to be shifting in colors and maybe sometimes even just being like blackened out or monotone around you as it fluctuates as you're almost passing through some veil perhaps or into this dimension of magic. And let's see what it does. Are you just dipping in the water, or are you doing something to the artifacts at the bottom of the font, which is only, a foot of water?
Well, the intention was to dip the pyramid and see how it reacted as it grew closer to the artifacts.
Yeah, it just gets brighter, and it's, definitely seems like you could use it to find other VTEM in the world if you wanted. And I don't know if you remember, but it also led you towards the Voss worm. I don't know if you remember.
I did not remember that.
Yeah, it wasn't as strong as this, but there was something at that point that was going on when you found the pyramid. All right. So, yeah, you're pretty sure that the water is just refracting the energy and the light that's coming off, but it's really these artifacts. And like I said, there's 5 of them, but 3 of them are like blackened out. They seem inert, where 2 of them still have energy.
Right. And the two of them are
like a hair comb and a brooch.
Okay. I will reach down and retrieve the brooch.
Oh, so you're going to grab it. All right. So there's no save if you're going to grab a hold of this massive energy. Roll 1d100.
$96.
Yes.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's good because it's high. It's very, very high.
All right. Let me shift to another page quick. I don't know if it's good. A lot of times when you're rolling percentile, you want to roll low. And I don't really know. I don't know enough about this table to know.
Well, it depends if you're rolling a treasure table or if you're trying to roll like a Call of Cthulhu D100 thing.
Or if you're rolling for your thieving skills or...
Roll twice, keep both effects.
Yes, roll twice, keep both. Taylor, that's equivalent to rolling a 20 because you're in the top 5%.
It is. That's like 3 20s in
You
a row.
let roll 3 20s in a row.
Yeah. Hopefully Roll20 likes me today.
All right, so you have grabbed this, and you can feel like a surge of almost just like corruption that is quite powerful. And I think roll another d20. Now this is totally random. Good or high or bad doesn't matter.
11.
11. All right.
You turn into a halfling.
So I think you have gained a serious madness. All right. So that means it commonly presents itself or creates a strong compulsion probably once a day.
Jesus.
All right. And what the madness is, I'm going to read you this. What I'm using is Low Fantasy Gaming. I have my own corruption table, but I always kind of hated it. It kind of got published before I wanted it to in Zine 1. But here's the sentence, and you can tell me what, it's a couple sentences, I guess. You can tell me what you think it means. On occasion, I lose the power of speech, sometimes for days. They say I am cursed or mad. Perhaps I am, but there is a secret in the silence, and I will be the one to uncover it. So that serious madness or strong compulsion to be silent happens happens once a day. And I'm going to let you decide how you role play that, okay? Unfortunately, when he touches it, it kind of just flashes out in a wave and affects. I'm gonna protect Hethan from it. So I guess it only affects Galdal. Galdal, roll a d20.
It's at 12.
Oh shit! These aren't showing up again. Oh, yeah,
Can I roll a
12.
saving throw first?
Nope.
I didn't touch it.
Doesn't matter. So you have a moderate madness from this as it passes over you, which says it's once per week or so. Okay? During game time. So that's how often it happens. It's an occasional presentation or a moderate compulsion. And if I draw my sword, one of us must die. Such is the price that the blood god demands. I dare not disobey.
For the blood god.
I dare not disobey.
Oh my gosh, it's so awesome.
All right. So that's kind of you, that comes over you, and that's going to affect, your, you've kind of gotten a little mad over what's
I'm okay with
on.
that. That feels pretty on brand
All right.
for Galdo.
Good. And it doesn't have to be the blood god. It could be the mercenary code. It could be whatever you think, but I'm fine with the blood god if that's what you're fine with.
All right, I'll call it. Yep.
All right.
Jason,
Yeah.
what about Elmo's character? He was in the room.
He's not here. He doesn't get affected. Yeah, we're not going to do, he's just faded away as far as it goes. I'm not even going to explain why. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. It would be cool, though, for him to have one just to see, because you guys are like, dang it, I wanted a madness. Give me a madness. All right, so I think what that means is roll 2d4, Taylor.
All right.
All right. So you have 3 temporary hit points to use. And you don't necessarily have to cast exactly a spell. You can just kind of say what you're trying to do, and we'll go from there, okay?
Okay.
The easiest thing is obviously I want to hurt something and a magic missile is created. But if there's something else you're trying to do, then we'll try and figure it out. This is obviously edging towards out of the form of OSE, but still within old school gaming, in my opinion. So there, nice. All right, so Hethan, did you move? How far you were going to move?
No.
That's BS.
And gaming.
Can I be right here?
We never mentioned that thing on my show. You can go wherever you want, brother. So
Cool.
this guy moves forward. Let's roll our 2d6s again to see how. Ooh, I got a 9.
Ooh, I got an 8.
Ooh, that's pretty strong. I will give you the benefit of the doubt at that point. That's not enough to worry about. All right, so
Could we be like kind of tangled up together as he's trying to pass me, and I'm kind of holding him, trying to hold him by?
I don't really think
Hold him
he's
back.
physically touching you. I feel like there's like some sort of magical barrier.
Right.
you're
I mean, that's
holding
like
out.
he's like stepping over me or crawling over me,
He's
and I'm like
trying
still
to,
trying
yeah.
to hold him back. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think it's almost like pushing you either back farther, like you're holding
Sure.
your feet and you're holding your hands out.
And I'm
There's like an
my
invisible
yeah,
barrier. The spittle
like
is coming
sandals
off
are
them.
sliding on the sand of the
Yeah.
the marble floor.
Exactly. Akamuk.
Get her.
I'm gonna kind of move at the same time. When she steps forward, I step forward. So like mimicking her pace.
You're not trying to attack her or what?
I'm gonna move with her,
Okay. And then what?
then attack her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gonna stay there and charge or anything. I'm gonna move with her. Just
No problem. No problem. Go ahead.
mimicking her footsteps. I don't know if she's casting or anything. I don't know, but I'm gonna attack her
Go ahead. Attack away, sir.
with my short sword.
Missiles.
Oh, did you want to do something with missiles first? Go ahead.
I want to throw a spear at this ugly guy.
So Hethan is kind of there. Even though he moved back, I mean, he won, so the guy can't get into the room, so he's in the way still. But that dude's big, right? So I've always said it larger than man size. Instead of a -4 penalty, it's only a -2.
Yeah. While we're here, how tall is this creature? Approximately, maybe in relation to the thing I'm standing on.
He's not as tall. I think those tunnels are only like 12 to 15 feet high, and I said they arched at the top, or like even came to a point at the top. It's kind of this weird architecture that you've never seen before, even as a dwarf, probably, maybe. But I would say his head is kind of like where your feet are, probably, or a little below.
Okay.
Aaron's saying, "Don't take the penalty."
Throw it. So like, yeah, okay. So he's like just saying like, throw the damn thing.
Yeah, I'm like shouting over my shoulder, throw, throw.
Oh. Yes.
That's a hit.
Oh, nice.
And I am also trying to like taunt this creature, like, come up here, you ugly bastard. And then like throw one spear and I pick up the other.
All right, 5 points. Nice. All right, see, like, I think this guy talked in the past. Didn't he talk or no? Was
He did.
Just like,
When he
I
he introduced himself.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Gave us his
Your
backstory.
punies. He had a monologue. Your puny gods shall not save you from the terror. All right, nice. Akamuk.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, damn.
Natural 20.
Whoa.
That's everything. Jesus Christ.
Didn't we canonize an extra damage die for nat 20?
What's that? He got another extra. It multiplied it by 2.
Yeah, so that's backstab, but are we doing the crits actually also do an additional damage die roll?
Yeah.
Didn't know if it was going to stack. That's all.
I think so. I don't want to take that away from you. So roll a d6. I think, though, what we normally do is we roll 2d6. We don't double it. So just roll another one. So you'll get a 6. You're going to get 3d6 basically.
15 points is still a lot.
But it won't be 15 because he doesn't automatically get the 6 doubled. We just roll the dice twice, not roll it once and then double it. Or did we double it? I don't remember. Is that what we decided? I'm fine with it, but you wouldn't be able to double the +1 as your strength.
I'm just rolling. That's what the
sheet did?
Character sheet does.
Oh, nice.
The character sheet doubled it, Hobbs.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Though. That's not what I usually do. Roll another d6, and then we're only going to get your strength
On the 6,
once.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
2. Oh, so that kind of sucks. But so you take your sword, and you shove it right through her back.
That's a 10.
It erupts where her heart would be. But she turns her kind of head, sniffs. I have no heart. So you can't really backstab an undead most of the time, but you still get the critical damage. So you fucked her up pretty good for sure. I was just trying to have some dramatic license.
6, 7, 8. That's a 10 total.
Yep,
Okay.
10 points of damage. I got you. You guys are wrecking these dudes. Perfect plan. Is it time for initiative?
I do believe. Am I still up?
Yep.
All right.
I got all excited. I messed up. Oh. All right, Hethan, I think he's going to try to fight to get in here. Oh. So roll your 2d6.
Sure I will.
Because you can do something else on your turn if you want to. Just at this moment in the combat, that's what's happening. So I don't know if you guys remember, but the lower the roll, the worse it is. And doubles count as more negatives. So I think this force that he's trying to actually force himself through is starting to cause him damage. So, he's trying to push himself through it, and it's like burning him. So roll a d4, I guess. I don't know how much it should be. What are you, second level?
Yeah, second
All
level.
right, let's move you up a die, d6.
Hey, take it, 5.
Nice. All right. Okay, so this thing's going to turn and attack you with her 2 hands, Akamuk, that have these mouths, these wailing mouths on her palms. Oh, they're going to miss. Akamuk, you easily sidestep them. A gaping wound in her chest as you twist the blade and pull it out. You can see the creature beyond her through the hole in her chest. All right, it's movement. Aaron, did you turn your camera off again?
Oh, sorry, I crashed the Discord and it died.
You crasher.
I'm back.
You crasher. Movement?
Movement.
Oh, I'm magic. I forgot to declare.
I believe you.
Missile
backing
magic
up?
movement. Missile magic movement melee. Why do I have a hard time keeping these 4M's straight?
Movement missile magic.
Movement missile.
Okay, so I'm going to take a step back and then shoot it with my bolt.
So she'll get an attack of opportunity on you. Is that all right?
That's okay.
Okay. Oh, another 5. Look at this stuff. The dice have not yet turned. So movement. Are you moving half?
No, I'm staying put.
All right. Galdal falls into the cab. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I sidestep just so in case he gets through. I want to leave room. And I'm going to keep just like screaming at him, and I move over just a little bit, leaving a full path on the stairway. That's my move. I just move a little bit on the wall.
All right, missiles.
Missiles.
I'm gonna throw a hand axe at him this time.
Oh,
Akamuk arrows flies down the hall into the chamber, narrowly missing Galdal as he throws a hand axe at him. Hits him. I am the terror. Hathen, are you attacking or anything? No.
No, I'm still. I'm trying now. I'm trying to like hold him in place so he can't come forward or go backwards.
Okay, nice. I think it's there. No, it's initiative, right?
It was. I was going to do some magic if I could.
No, we're skipping that.
Okay, that's
Just kidding. Just kidding. Go ahead.
All right. Clutching the brooch, feeling it burn against my hand, almost like creeping gangrene. Hadia reaches out with her with her id and seeks to harm the eye stalk witch.
Oh, past the other dude and the whole thing that's going on here.
He would like to do that, yes.
All right, that's fine. Roll a d6.
5.
All right. So didn't you say it was like black pulsating energy last time or something?
Yep. It was a vine-like protuberance of ectoplasm that wrapped itself around the target and strangulated life.
All right, yeah. So it's moves past Hethan, coiling him past his tense buttocks, mighty thews as he's holding off the terror. Serpentines past the terror, and then clutches around the neck of the weep as strangles out her cries of grief, and she crumples to dust.
Nice.
All right, sweet. Nice. All right, now there is no melee, right?
Doesn't look like it.
All right, so I think it's Taylor. We appreciate your services. Let's move on to Gabriel.
okay.
Ooh, maybe not. Tide's turning. Let's see here. If Akamuk gets the horror of the terror storming on him, I think there's only about a 16% chance of that. So if I roll a d6 on this d6, he'll break off from the fight with Hethan and chase down Akamuk. But 1 through 5, then we'll just battle it out with Hethan still. A 4. All right, there you go. Oh, Hethan doubles with an 8.
Well, that's good for the monster, right?
Yes.
8, but not
right.
Doubled.
Yeah, we matched. So I think that it almost seems like... Go ahead.
He should win on the doubles, right? Because that's supposed to be especially good.
Yeah, it's either he's going to win or something he's doing is going to actually affect you. So I think winning is the easiest thing and least detrimental, even though you tied. So
I'd be cool if he like just blasted me back against the big tall dry well.
Well, I think he's just going to force you away and charge.
Okay.
So he's going to force you off to the side and charge Galdal's endless comments because he knows he can't mess with you. Oops.
For a moment you hold him and then he pops into the...
Exactly. Right. Yeah, you're holding him
right.
and all of a sudden he like kind of pushes you enough sideways that he pushes past and then like hooks you around behind him as he goes after Galdal, who can first strike with his other spear.
Yeah. I'll at least clarify my intent was to kind of be on the other side of this staircase, that even if he seemed like he was tall, but not as tall as the wall. I was trying to position myself to where like he would have a hard time reaching over the staircase. If he can do it anyway, that's fine. I'll poke first strike, but I was trying to goad him by moving around the wall to where he would either have to come on the other side of the staircase or come up the staircase towards me. Was I not successful at doing that?
Yeah, I said his head was there, so he probably wouldn't be able to reach unless he like dives at you or something across the staircase. I don't really think that's what he would do. But we'll just move him up here. I guess he'll come partially up the stairs and attack you. So you can go ahead and attack. You don't want to?
So I do, but let me know if, in lieu of first strike, if I need to do that. My intent was to basically drop my shield, like wait for him to attack, and then I want to stab at him, and then like grab him and like pull him backwards with the spear pointing up into the pit.
You want to fall into the pit with him possibly landing on top of you?
With my spear pointing up, yes.
All right. This sounds fun.
Gravity works.
So, maybe let him swing at me, and then I was going to do that.
Okay.
Yep. According to the Twitch, the rolls appear to be stuck. They can see the hand axe from a few rounds ago, but the subsequent rolls are not visible.
Is it fixed?
Reminds me I have to get on my hashtag HNF.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it to Facebook. I'm trying to save some CPU.
Good, because you know what they say about...
I still never found hustlers. What you found.
It was amazing, Stu. I'm so sorry.
All right, Stu. It almost seems like we're grappling now, so let's get into the Arnisonian grapple dice. I think I'll give you 3 dice, but he has 5 dice.
Oof.
Right.
You take the 2 biggest ones, is that right?
Yeah, you take the 2 best dice.
I'm sorry, how many did you say you want me to roll?
3.
3.
Oh, that's not writing anywhere. These guys are as bad as you, Stu. Now they want to see all the dice. Oh, I got an 11.
Oh, you got doubles, Stu.
So that means even worse. No, it's bad if you have a bad roll and it's doubles. So it's like
what's bad, really? You mean a losing roll in doubles?
Yeah.
Because I could roll a double 5 and you could roll a double 6. That double 5.
I think I would still give you something good. It would give you some sort of advantage, even though you failed then. Just like we tied, so you didn't really take any damage. So that's a pretty bad roll, Stu. So he has 6 points of advantage over you. So it almost feels like so this dude is grappling you, but I don't think you were capable of do you still want to pull him down? I don't think you even want to pull him down. I think you try to, and he basically shrugs it off, and now he has you almost in complete control in like a bear hug. Like you tried with your thing, but he reached under you, and now he has a hold of you like in a massive bear hug, and you're just like flailing with him. But you're also going to take damage.
Okay.
Because he's very strong. And you're kind of in a bad situation right now. 7 points.
Oof. All right. I'm down to 0.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. So again, that was kind of my intent with I wanted him to swing first while I still had my shield, and then I would attack, as opposed to doing first strike.
I think I'd give you your shield. Well, I mean, I would still give you your shield on first strike anyway.
Yeah, but sorry, that was the intent was to pull him down. I wanted to stab and pull him back onto the spear. So
I got you. It was a good effort. You just failed.
So yeah, I'm at 0.
It's under shield. Is that what happens?
Yeah, I'll let you still sunder a shield though.
Okay, then I'll do that.
You're basically, when he comes in to almost smash you, you take your shield and try to bang him with it, and it gets smashed and thrown off to the side.
Got it. And he still has me in a hug.
I think he still got you though. Yeah, in a hug.
Okay.
So you're still in a very precarious situation.
Look, Galdel is really affectionate for a dwarf. He's okay with it.
Oh boy, this is weird. All right, so your guys' turn, maybe? Is that right?
Yep. Declaring magic again.
Movement.
I'm going to charge the beastie.
Adjust my position.
Okay. Hethan runs over to attack.
My arrow goes first.
Nope, movement goes first. But he's already got a hold of Galdal, so you'd still want to take the -2. He's massive, though. But it's up to you. -2 and you won't hit anyone. Straight roll, you'll be... if you roll
Okay.
1, 2, 3, or 4, you hit
Yeah, let's take a minus.
All right, good.
Let's take the minus. That's great.
Missiles. Oh. You guys are
Eesh.
getting him down. He hasn't even done anything yet, but it still feels tense.
Well, he's trying to squish Galdal.
Yes, he is. Magic.
Right. Hadia will... Oh, I'm not allowed to move. Never mind. Hadia will...
So you can just
Reach.
see him because he's just like over top of this lip. You're at the top of this thing, right?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
You're at the top. You can see over top of this thing. You can see him on the other side. Whoa, wrong button. There we go.
Okay.
You can see him there right where you are.
Mhm. Cool. Yep, Hadia
He's
will...
holding up Galdal. Yeah.
Yep, delicious dwarfsicle. Yep, Hadia reaches out through the immaterial and instructs the dead to rest. Its master, its resurrector, is slain. It may return to the dust.
All right. Roll a d5 or a d6.
2.
All right. This made me want to jam out for a second. I don't know if that was like a big car or motorcycle or what. They make them loud.
Sorry, yeah,
anyway. So it definitely diminishes him, and he glares past Galdal, certain imminent death against Hadia once he crushes this dwarf. You're next, sorceress.
And do I lose a hit point in doing that?
One of your charges, yeah.
Okay.
He definitely looks diminished, like whatever necrotic energy has been keeping him going, like some of his muscles slough away, his skin falling, the glare in his eye dims, but it definitely still turns on Hadia with murderous intent. All right, Malele?
Yeah, I'm going to try to smash Tarrok in the ankle. Headbutt, yes. Get him high and low.
Both you guys can roll to attack. You're not
right.
going to get like... You can go ahead and roll, Stu, if you want to do a headbutt.
No, nothing.
No, I'm fine with it.
I'm struggling. Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Oh, okay. You can roll 2d6, though, against him. Since you guys are grappled, you can actually remove some of his control points. I got a 10 again, so no. You actually are worse shape than you were before.
Burn a weird point. Nothing.
Oh, yeah, I'll burn a weird
attack
point.
roll.
Thanks. Forgot about those.
Again, we just talked about...
I know, but... There, yes, that's
Oh.
AC 2 for 6. Crush his ankle.
So as Hethan just destroys his his ankle and his knee buckles as you kind of like he's got one leg back on the stairs, right? And you just come down and smash that leg and it kind of buckles and he starts to fall off of the thing. Galdal gripped in his hands as his energy sloughs away. The necromantic's gone. And you can start to see the dark-skinned Tarrok beneath as he's falling. Galdal, make a dex check. You're tumbling.
Very dexterous, Galdal is.
I bet.
Yes.
Oh, he succeeds. Yeah, Galdal falls down with him and rides him down like Legolas with a shield. All right.
I fear
that was the killing blow, smashing the ankle. Nice.
Yep, finished him
He
off.
was gonna let go Galdal.
Drop him into the pit.
He will fall, drop into the pit. Yes.
Maybe if he would have failed his dex check, but I think you guys ended up being all right. I was gonna make these guys tougher, but you guys are just too good. Too good. Must have been that Gonzo effort by Stu. Right. Kustash is talking. What's up, Kustash? I think we'll take a quick break.
Cool.
Be right back.
Oh. That scene makes me feel like I was camping because it was intense. Whew. I'm going to go grab a thing of water and then I'll be back.
I know what that thing's called. Everybody's gone. Taylor, did you get a haircut?
I trimmed the mane.
Oh, I see. That's what's different.
Yep.
Got a face haircut.
Yep. It is indeed a haircut. So
So I know what this well thing is called, Stu. It's a cistern.
So yeah, that's good. Yeah, I had a hard time referring to it, but
Yeah, too little,
which I
too
guess
late.
we don't want to forget about. Maybe Hadia might want the other creature that fell in there had like a wand of sorts that seemed to be how they channeled shield or whatever that one time.
Yeah, well, he was like kind of like a priest or something, right? An undead priest,
Yeah.
or was he?
he was definitely a magic user of some
Oh, he had
variety.
that wee funny hat and the glowing blue eyes, and he was kind of like some of those creatures we had fought earlier.
I think he was like one of the creatures we saw, but was different.
Yeah, he had on
Yeah.
fancy dress, right?
Yep, fancy dress, and was and he did magic, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where are you, Gabe? Are you traveling or are you home?
I'm downstairs.
Hmm.
I'm working from home this week.
So traveling, just not very far.
Using work's laptop.
Gotcha.
Wearing a hat because there's a pool lighting here, lighting.
Yep. So my wife bought. My boys figured out how to open doors. So it's
on.
If it is, my wife bought these child safety doorknobs.
Yeah, the plastic ones that clip on and they just kind of spin around unless you grab them.
Yep. We have a friend in Atlanta who had a couple of them. They put them on the basement to keep the kid from falling downstairs. So we have them on, I think, every knob in the house except for the one leading into the boys' bedroom. So they are. Yep. Jeff's got it right in the chat there. Those are some useful things to prevent them from locking the door because they can no longer reach the little twisty majig, which is handy. So. It's been fun lately. They will steal my keys and just walk around the house. They like being outside. It's middle of August, 100 degrees outside, and they will still want to be out on the patio just running in a circle. And
that's good though. That'll tire them out.
Oh, it'll tire me out too. And but yeah, they will take my keys and they will walk around the house, and they've seen me and my wife locking and unlocking the door, so they will walk up to doors and poke the keys,
trying to make looking a little goblin.
Yeah.
Why doesn't this work?
Yeah,
doing the thing. Doing the thing with the key.
Yes. Yeah. So Definitely the August calisthenics is a good way to give Dad a good case of heat stroke, but the boys will be fresh and ready for me in the morning. But, I wouldn't trade them in though. They're
Oh, goodness. All right, guys. I'm back. Still staticky?
You're getting worried.
You were?
Keep talking. I don't know.
Don't tell me what to do.
Still static.
Oh, my goodness. Looks like we got Evil Jeff in the chat. Oh, there goes Gabriel. Took me too long. What do we got going on YouTube, Aaron?
Don't know.
Oh, Stu, sorry, you're on. I forgot you're on. You're checking out the horror.
It's been quiet. A couple people watching in silence. Fred Daniel dropped by and said he's listening in.
Exciting. All right, so after that fun little dealio, what's next?
Galdel starts working on this guy's head.
Oh, gross.
Oh, do we have to bring back evidence of his death or something?
I'm not going to take any guff off Al Jahudi, so we're going to tell him he's dead. And sorry, go ahead.
You can still sort of recognize him, but his skin is sagging like this. Whatever this magic was that worked him changed him, and now his skin is kind of loose and hanging on him. But there's enough of him there that you can recognize him. He's not this massive Hulk anymore. He's just
okay.
Al Jahudi.
So he reverted to man size when he fell.
Yep.
That's not as fun to drop on Al Jahudi's feet. I don't know that I care for his head anymore.
Well, it's still proof of death, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check on the creature.
The other one?
Yeah, the other one.
So does Tarrok shrink when he dies again?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna check on Hadia. How are your hit points? Are you?
Well, she was down to 1, and then she had a couple temp ones put on top, and then she put a couple blood magic. So
you're at 1.
She's I'm at 1.
I could cast a Cure Light Wounds.
You would appreciate it.
Okay. It's a D6 plus 1.
Jason, Akimul gonna chop this creature hands that has a mouth in them.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna say that she has like a waist chain around that Cathan that looks to be of superior quality. Okay.
I'll rifle Tarrok. Maybe he's got something else that might identify him on him that we can use as proof of.
Why don't Hydia and Hethan go down into the cistern by the stairs there and check the body of the fallen undead magic user?
What would this guy have on him? Oh.
Onyx loincloth.
Obsidian. I almost said something bad. You almost got me. No, Taylor. Nope. Low-hanging fruit, sir. Low-hanging fruit. So this other guy, he has the... He has that filigreed bronze scepter. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but he was using it in he was using it to cast magic through.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my keyboard's really loud tonight, and it's not very fast. I don't know why my keyboard got so slow. It has nothing to do with my fingers, though.
As loud as Taylor's was.
It's not. Or his chair, right?
The scepter, if we wave the pyramid near it, does it react at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope. Now what, guys?
Should we head off there to the north and see where the witch had come from?
Yeah. I'll drag Tarrok's body to the end of this hallway. I don't know if we want to bring the whole body back, but let's move it out here.
The begins to she begins to speak, but as her lips part, it's almost as though the skin almost as though a membrane between them forms. And turning back, she looks back into the pool.
Did we fish the rest of the stuff out of there? Maybe instead of reaching in, we could get it out with something.
Oh, yeah.
She'll take
2 spear halves like chopsticks and pluck them out.
So what's Hadia doing while the others start to wander off?
He will take her knife and will cut away the end of a sleeve of her garb, and we'll try to wrap the comb inside it, such that she can remove it from the pool while trying to avoid skin contact.
Okay.
He will cut away some other fabric and give the brooch the same treatment. That is, wrap it, and we'll try to...
So one of them you already had. You already grabbed one and put it inside the pyramid, right? Or you hit it with the pyramid?
Correct.
Or you grabbed it with your hand, or... Because did you ever open the pyramid? I can't remember. Have you ever tried to open the pyramid? You haven't, have you?
I have not. I did not know it opened.
I didn't say it did open. I was just saying, have you ever tried to?
Nope, I have not tried to yet. But yeah, I did reach in and I had grabbed the brooch with my bare hands. So the thought was to try to avoid touching the comb with flesh, and then to wrap the brooch to wrap the comb and the brooch in its magic, and it's powerful magic, so I don't anticipate it's going to... There's kind of a buffer. The idea is to try to make a buffer. But
yeah, I got you. So the brooch is the one you grabbed?
Correct.
I'm going to say that the brooch burned a symbol into your palm.
Ooh.
You don't even know it. The styling on the brooch itself is so fine that you almost don't know. It just looks like it's kind of a rounded brooch, that something would come through and then you make a clasp like a napkin holder almost, right? Except it's a brooch. But it must have, because when you look down at your hand, you see it has a symbol that reminds you of like a kind of like a yin yang symbol, but more stylized. I'll find a picture for it. Why don't you make an intelligence check at disadvantage?
Okay. Oh, I'll roll 2d20. One of them is below, and one of them is above.
Way too many 20s. Yeah, you don't recognize the symbol on your hand, but it certainly speaks to you, and perhaps that is whence the silence comes.
Mm-hmm. Cool. She stares at it willfully, briefly, until snapping to, noticing that her party is departing, and kind of rushes to catch up.
So you
did you leave anything? Did you leave anything in the pool, or did you get everything out of there? Idea.
You took two things out of the pool, but the brooch is inert, but no one else has even looked in there, so they don't know anything about it. Look at Aaron. He's like, I wanted those.
It's in the fiction. That's some bullshit.
She strokes a wet cloth with a stiff object beneath, and then tucks it away.
Okay.
Which would be the comb for those of you listening at home. Now, the brooch, does the brooch appear to have lost its vitality?
Yes.
Or is it, okay.
All right. The bright blue light, though, has faded away. It was once there. Hey, Brent Taylor. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you, man. Evil Jeff, good to see you. Let's continue, my friends. So, thankfully, the endless grief and weeping is gone. It's faded away like your heavy breaths from the battle. Heavy heaving breaths. You guys didn't need sod for that. Easy pickings.
Some clutch rolls, but
Hadia, you trailing behind there?
He is. I was looking for my mapping paper. Sorry. I'll catch up. Ooh.
I moved you. Do you want me to keep you there so you can see?
Oh, thank you. Now you're good. Thank you. Let's see.
So, like anything that was once in here, other than these walls themselves and the markings on the ground, have faded away to the just into time, apparently.
So lots of dust, like things that might have been furniture but are like crumbled into.
Yeah, I think so. Just like they're probably just in the corners and stuff that you can see detritus amongst the corners and stuff, but nothing here that you could tell what it once was until you reach this room. And even like when you came down here, I think with that grief that was omnipresent around you, it created like something was happening, and even that luster of the walls and floor and ceiling of that veined alabaster has kind of visibly started to fade. Once where your light like reflected off of it strongly, it's now just become matte or dull. And it opens up into a pretty big chamber. "12 turns or 12
What are
rounds?
these? 12 turns forever.
More statues, huh?
Yeah, there's more statues here.
Yep.
Are they of the women? Are they of the women? The Rhodeshan women?
No, it looks like Rhodeshan men.
Hmm.
But these men all seem to be warding off or being like horrified, like they have their hands up as if warding off something.
Hmm. But they look unique, as if they are both posed to ward off, but they're different, right? From each other.
They look like they were attempted to be the same.
I see. Okay.
Anything further, you'd have to get closer to check out.
Let's explore the chamber before we deal with the statues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So your footfalls kind of echo in this pretty big chamber, really. I mean, it's almost like 60 by almost 60 with two cutout niches to either side. It looks like some sort of stone tables, and something has survived. Like it looks like strange paraphernalia are in either of these niches. Like metal made of bronze is like holding lenses in different arrays.
Like little
What about
ones
the
or
ceiling?
big lenses?
Just all sorts of different sizes, and some of the lenses are prisms. So like when you look through them, things look larger on the other side, or like Hadia peers behind one and Galdal looks over her and her eye looks large.
Hmm.
What did you say, Gabriel?
What about the ceiling?
It's the same as before, but it arches up to maybe like so it kind of went up and then sort of gabled, or maybe it kind of just flattened out, but went up at some hard angles instead of just like straight up, and then 90s kind of went up and then it tops off at about 15 feet high, I think. This back chamber there's two mannequins, or like two mannequins is a strong word. They don't really look like that, and it has bronze armor on it that has survived. Bronze
Is it a statue of a Rhodeshan man?
It's not a statue. It's more just like an armor stand or something. Not these two. Those are statues of Rhodeshan men warding off evil, but these mannequins are in this corner back here, or maybe like all of these, like 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. You think this stuff
And
might have some value?
There's 4 of these armor stands, each
Yeah.
holding this bronze armor.
Yeah.
Would it be practical armor, like to wear, to use?
Yeah, it would be. The only thing that's different is like each appendage looks like it has another joint.
Oh, so it's more than just a breastplate. It's like pauldrons and
Yeah,
arms
the whole
and
thing, like
elbows.
greaves and yeah.
I'm kind of scared to touch it.
Yeah.
Well,
Before we touch it, maybe look at the statues.
Yeah, let's search the statues.
So the graying that was on the other statues, all of those veins seem to be gone, and the shiny, almost enameled look, or the polished look, has faded away, and these just kind of look like dull rock statues now.
But there appear to be tool marks in them, as if they are crafted stonework.
Are you asking if they're petrified men?
Essentially, yeah.
You don't think so? Yeah, we'll say that you notice some imperfections or something that allows you to come to that conclusion.
So remind me about the Rodoshan. It's like an ancient culture that's expired and no longer part of the world, or is it still around?
Expired. No, they used to rule everything. That's what this history says. They ruled everything, but it was so long ago that it's, just like, it's like what we consider biblical times or something, right? No one knows that much about them, and then no one even knows really why their culture fell.
Well, I have an idea about the statues.
What'd you say, Gabe?
About the lenses and the prisms, are they? Can we determine if they are part of some device to observe, like the stars, or?
Well, you're underground. You don't see anything like that. You think they must be for something else, but their purpose is unknown to you. Like Akamuk sees like some joints on these things that are holding, like they could be repositioned and changed. And even then, when he looks there, he does see like somehow some sort of parchment survived. It must be the type of case that it was in, tucked in amongst that stuff over there where he's at. You think these prisms probably would be worth some money to someone?
I try to carefully disassemble them to.
Okay.
Are there any writings or scrolls or books?
There's one case
on the
that
workbenches?
survived. Yeah. There's one scroll case that survived.
Like survived the ages?
Yep.
And the workstations in this place is all like kind of heavily dusty and not been disturbed over many centuries.
Correct. Yeah. What are you guys doing with the armor? Anything?
Yeah, still thinking.
Okay.
Does the filigree that's on the scepter? Do we see that pattern in in that
So
in the stands with the prisms, or in the
So I called it
the armor
filigreed.
stands?
I called it filigreed, but that's probably not a good example. So I'm going to draw what I mean. All right, so the scepter is like a rod, and then on the end of it, it almost looks like a mace, but it's a hollow mace that kind of goes out, and it's like you wouldn't hit anybody with it because if you did, you'd think it would smash the bronze. So it's like open, it's the center is open, and it kind of has like a twisted end on it, and that's small pieces that create it. It all looks like it's one piece, but it's hollow on the inside. Filigreed was a terrible word. Sorry.
Oh, like the woven ring too.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. It's like the woven ring. Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, what I did want to say
Maybe.
is, no, never mind. You covered it. Is there anything else? Oh, you do spot amongst the like the bits. Like I think we'll say the prisms and everything were intact on one side. On the other side, the dust is all disturbed, and the armaments that held the prisms were all kind of destroyed. Like it looks like someone maybe threw them around in anger or something.
Like knocked them down.
Yes. And amongst that, you do find a like a crockery flask.
What's in the scroll case?
Are you opening it?
Yes.
All right, so you open it and pull it out, and it looks like some old parchment or something, and on it, it looks like a map. You recognize a lot of the areas, of this northern area where the Shadar used to roam here, but instead of like being shown as desert, you see like rivers and plains and forests.
Which is nothing that we have.
Right. But you
in the
recognize
region, right?
like some of the rock formations and stuff like that.
Try to maybe look at the map through some of those lenses or prisms.
Yeah, it makes it larger and easier to follow, and the map looks quite intricate. You can't read any lettering on it, but it seems like maybe lettering was even written into the drawings on the map. You think that the map is leading to a specific location, though. Unfortunately, you believe it's in the Forbidden Zone.
Is that zone forbidden to the...
It certainly does lead to certain doom. So let's remind everyone kind of what the area looks like. So this is a very, very small indication of the whole realm, the Chrysian League. All right. And like it's an area of deserts that leads around in a circle, and in the center is an area of badlands and mountains. You guys see the arrows that I'm making? You're gonna have to scroll out probably. And the Forbidden Zone is this area of badlands to the south.
A place where human life is anathema.
It's just considered a very... You're not supposed to go there. Like, it can change you. In all of the religions and all of the histories of man.
I almost feel like it's becoming Thundar or Gamma World or something. There's like something's happening in my mind for this whole thing.
Is that bad or
With the
good?
science of the lenses and the prisms, and now this like forbidden radioactive waste.
Is that bad or good is the question.
It's cool. Yeah.
Got to figure out which one of us is the long-toothed Chewbacca character.
I'd say so.
Elliot can be that.
Yeah,
Elliot's that.
yeah.
He's the one that's got all the furs and stuff.
Makes sense.
Who's Stu who hides behind his own name? That's what I'd like to know. Just kidding. You can stay wherever you want, man. What are you guys gonna do?
Maybe glance at the armor mannequin things, armor stands through the prism, just to see if we see any other odd details about them.
Yeah, so if you look at them from a distance, it doesn't do anything. You have to be up close to look at them to give you any aid. You think that it certainly seems like you could use the armor if you want to. It might have like an extra slot, and it's made of like it's kind of like bronze, not ring mail, but what's that stuff? Or like the ceramic plates or something. What kind of armor is that? I don't know what I'm thinking.
Oh, laminate.
Yeah, kind of
like the
laminate.
Japanese laminate armor.
Yeah, so it's kind of a cross between that and maybe like Greek armor in the way that it looks.
All right. Does everyone think we've exhausted stuff to do other than this?
And it looks like it's
did we
quality
search-
stuff, by the way.
Did we search the statues, the niches of the statues?
And like the longer you guys get here is the more you can see that the greatness of the area has just waned and the colors are muted.
Maybe it has something to do with the things that were removed from the fountain and the pool.
Are you asking me?
I'm just
Spitballing?
asking.
Good. All right.
Speculating.
Yeah.
Is
Does the armor look like
I think about that.
What's that, Aaron?
Oh, I was saying, does the armor look like it provides better protection than my chainmail?
Good question. Let me see here. You think that the armor would likely do similar, but would count one step lower on the weight.
Oh.
I'm gonna don one of the suits. You know, Khalifa's clearly led me to this, so.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to give you the same AC, but it's going to increase your movement rate. Stu Galdal would need to have it fitted and changed. It's not that great for Hethan because whoever wore it before was longer, and but you can make it work. But it's almost too much for the dwarf without some professional adjustments.
I will start taking a set off of a mannequin at least.
Okay. No problem.
Does anyone care to take the others to sell or anything? Or
Yeah, we should probably let's drag him out of here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because it's like light like leather. Could Akmuk wear it and have a better armor class than his leather?
I don't think so. Saad certainly could wear it. It's really fit for. Go ahead. Sorry. You say who?
sorry. No. Yeah, bad joke. It's okay.
Well, he's already going to lose
Okay.
the XP for this treasure haul that he helped gain, but the rest is up to you.
All right, so there are 4 total sets of armor.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 now because we both claimed 1.
Yep.
How many were there total?
4.
Should we just haul them all out for funsies? Because
Yeah,
we
we're
could.
gonna- Yeah, we'll take
Yeah.
the other 2 with us. Galdal and Hethan both claimed 1 and are carrying them. So it looks like they're 100 GP each. Is that right, Hobbs?
Yep. Seems a little low, maybe, but yeah, that's what they count as. If you sell them, but if you wear them, you don't get that GP XP.
All right. Okay. Well, I think we've exhausted
Oh,
this area, right? We've searched it thoroughly. We've
I think there
discovered
must,
the obvious treasures.
I think there must have been like a niche that contained, like in these both of these walls to either side. Right here.
Mhm.
And they have a symbol on them that you recognized on the same symbol on the map, where the map is a map of, it's like showing you how to get to this symbol. And you recognize that symbol, and in those niches, they're almost like shelves built into the wall. You find some gems. So you find 10 100 gold piece gems total. And strewn about in there, and there's probably, let me see here. Trying to make this work out by what I'm doing here. 350 GP in coins of various denominations. It looks like mostly electrum and silver, actually.
The mint, it's like very old, like from.
Yes. Yeah, it's a mint you don't recognize. I use all my brain power on podcasting. Oh my gosh. What are you guys going to do? So you're obviously going to be encumbered trying to haul this stuff out. Mostly just because
Right,
of the
along with
armor and the
Tarrok's
prisms.
body.
Yeah.
Yep. The one thing Hadia wanted to make sure to do on our way back out, there was that one Rhodeshan woman statue that we had not smashed, that was at the base of the, so right before it turned into hewn stone, like where we are now, where it was still caves. There was this little outcropping. I want to check that statue because originally it had the sort of silver seams in it, and I got this weird sensation chatting with it when we came up the other way. I want to check in on that statue to see if the seams had vanished.
Oh. Why that going? Indeed, it looks just like a dull, barely even an iota of what it once was.
I will kind of climb up to it and touch it again, stroke its face in the same pattern that I had before, perhaps with the other hand on the other side.
Yeah, I don't feel anything from it.
Nothing. All right. I shake my head a little bit, and I look to the group, and I say, "She is free."
What do you guys think of all that?
It's cool.
So you climb down here. I'm just basically moving you guys along. You didn't have any intentions of doing anything else, right?
No, I think we're going to try to make our way out of the dungeon.
So
Hey, there's our
you move through this massive chamber that had that big central stalagmite.
Yep, and then there's the ramp. Did we ever? Yeah, and we had checked up the ramp.
Yep.
So
Find the stairs leading up. I don't know where Galdal is, but get Galdal out of here. Who's bringing him along? So once more, you reach the area. Let's see. You guys were down there for quite some time. And you scare the bejeebas out of a well-muscled, but both a man and a woman are scantily clad down here. And it looks like they had been taking the opportunity to sneak off, that no one would come down here and check. And you caught them in the middle of coital examinations. And they flee up the stairs yelling, "The ghost, the ghost!" They seem quite upset. And now, once more, you've arrived in the bathhouse. So, are you just trying to flee out of here as fast as you can, or are you trying to find someone, or you call out to reach Imset, or...
Imset is the owner, right?
Yeah, that's DeJudy. Al DeJudy.
Okay.
Imset Al DeJudy is his full name.
Yep.
I imagine Sod might feel differently. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm tempted just to find one
We
of these
can-
people and be like, "Here's the body. We have found him. Our business here is concluded," and like we go on our way.
We can use the bath. I mean, after.
Oh, you want to hang out? All right, so we should maybe get an audience with them and
All right.
and work a bath out into this if you want.
All right, so I don't think we're going to get into the details of it unless you guys want to. Do you guys want to role play with this dude again? I think we kind of know what he's all about, right? I think the intent is going to be that you have succeeded, and he's like, "You have done me a service. Consider your other obligations complete."
Bet they are.
I see you bear scars of your adventures. May you cleanse them in the bathhouse, and if you need Imset al-Jehuti, you know where to pay homage and perhaps gain favor.
That sounds unsanitary, but all right.
What's that?
So that sounds unsanitary, but
Yeah.
we should wash our wounds in the baths.
So he, orders his bathhouse men and or women to, aid you guys and do whatever. He doesn't really even ask what you found down there or anything. Is there anything anyone else wants to do or at this point? So he's basically saying he doesn't even care about the manipede any longer.
All right.
I think I'm interested in finding that sword priest of the sword dance, the Khalifa sword dancer.
Anik?
Remember, didn't she? She's the one that led us down to the dungeon in the first place, right?
Yeah. And it was sort of unclear what their relationship was or why she was super interested in it.
Right. Right.
This chick. And what are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, I think Heathen wants to tell her that we went into the dungeon, that we slew this witch, this cursed Rhodeshan witch, and yeah, and that it's safe for her to explore now because she couldn't go alone.
All right, so what the you guys putting pants on the guys? Trying
Trying to keep it PG-13
Are they really? That's
for you.
awesome. Bathing suits for modesty's sake. That's so cool. Speedos.
All I would suggest is no one zoom into this guy.
I can see it already. Oh, my eyes. You're such an asshole, Hobbs. Awesome.
All right, so I think why don't you make a reaction roll and see how Anak takes this?
Yeah, so Hethen's kind of like playing it up like we did what you couldn't. And
so what are you trying to accomplish?
I think trying to figure out like why she really even wanted us to go down there in the first place. I mean, we got all this cool treasure and stuff, but yeah, why didn't she lead her own expedition?
Go ahead and make a reaction roll. Modify.
I rolled it poorly. I rolled a 5.
Oh shit! I'm scrolled up. That's why you guys are in the wrong spot. I accidentally scrolled up a 5. All right, so I don't think. So you rolled a 3, almost the absolute worst thing you could roll in that situation. I don't think you learn much, but I think you've certainly offended.
Good.
Anak, most certainly, and you think further anger, or further ire, or further annoyance. I like the green pants. Further annoyance could even cause some sort of like duel or something with the blade dancer, if that's what the place that you're going for. You've certainly made an enemy this day, Hethen.
Cool.
Of the
That kind of
Shagar.
day.
With the man, with the system, fight the power.
But not necessarily with Al Dejuti.
Right, an ally there. Am I remembering right that this sword dancer is like a part of the Khalifan priesthood kind of thing, or am I just connecting the wrong dots?
No, I think that's correct. Like a different angle. And I may be wrong too. It may not be Khalifa. She may be part of a different religion that it worships the new gods. I'd have to go back and find it. I don't have it with me right now.
I think it's kind of cool though. So I'm into it.
Kind of. Jesus Christ.
You guys crack me up. At least nobody added to their anatomy or anything
Yeah,
weird
this
like
is a
that.
step up. This is good.
Do you want to keep prisms rather than sell?
They seem
We
like
can
they
keep
might be more
some.
like a... Oh, go ahead, Gabriel, sorry.
A couple of kind of magnifying glasses. I think they can aid trying to find.
Okay. So keep the prisms, right? So don't count them as XPGP.
I mean, not all of them. We can keep a couple of them just to.
How many total were there?
Many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Cool.
was 18 and they were worth like 10 each.
Okay. Take off 20. So we're gonna log 2 of them.
There were 18 and they were worth 10 each.
2 prisms.
So
Let's
that
take
would be
20
16,
gold.
so you'd get 160 gold. It doesn't add to your gold total.
227.
Oh, Ayana. She is not of Khalifa. She is of Ayana.
Hmm.
The goddess of love and war, the lioness. The sisters of mourning are those who is like the other portion of Khalifa.
Right.
All right, so I think if you guys are going to rest tonight, you would get the full 3 out of the D3 hit points that you can get because of this wonderful, massage and whatever it is that you guys want out of the bathhouse situation. I think you're also going to be known with some respect as consultants of Al-Jahuti, which might give you some. You could just like do reputation +1 and then just put Al-Jahuti or something, whatever symbology it does for you. So
okay.
anybody who cares about that, you're going to get bonuses with. But anybody who doesn't, then you may get negative rep against them, right? So. So here's Imset Al-Jahuti in his prime. This is more what he looks like now. And there isn't any sight of Helshineh at this point. Do you remember who she is?
She was searching for Pasatech, but I don't remember what her role was in the fiction. I don't have it noted down here.
She was just another person who was here at the bathhouse that was seeming to show deference to Al-Jahuti. Did you see this person before, Gabriel? I don't know if you saw this person. I don't know if you were in that session when.
No.
Do you remember who Helshineh is or no?
Oh no, I haven't seen any of those. Any of the 3, and then you.
Yeah, so you
You
missed that
show-
session where they first originally came into the bathhouse and had a meeting with Al-Jahuti and dealt with Helshineh and Anik. So Helshineh is known as a Christian assassin. And she is supposedly, the rumor is she's searching for, what's his name, Patamuk?
Yep. Pasametic.
Pasametek. And if you remember who that is, he's the guy
Yep.
that originally stole the satchel that had the letters in it.
So we might be able to parlay the letters to her for something, or she might just kill us because she's an assassin.
Well, she's certainly searching for it for a reason, and I think part of that was still kind of unclear. So the woman who's in the letters is like the sister of the Rajani, like the leader of the Christian League, right? He is the head of the city-state of Junera, which is kind of like the capital of the city-states, right? So, and she was betrothed to this other guy. I have it here. I figured everything out. So, oh, that's the campaign questions. Some of the stuff is probably in here. So this lady is betrothed to... I'm looking for the information here. Maybe I lied. Maybe I don't have it. Might be somewhere else. I think I gave you most of the information at one point, but it was kind of confusing.
Well, I remember that
Here we go.
Love Let. Go ahead.
Akin Rajan, Rajani Akin Manufru is the emirate of Junera, the leader, and he is surely the wealthiest, and his sister Jamila Raja Manufra is said to be the most beautiful. I think one of the names you found in there was Jamila, right?
Right.
And what was the other name?
Rebu.
And I don't know.
A Raj, which who we think is a Raja of
Mahamut, from Raja
Yep.
Mahamut. Yeah. So, which is like an underlying house or Raja below these guys.
So like kind of like an affair that's below her station.
Right. But she was
And-
also betrothed to this head priest guy. Do we find that anywhere? Did you guys figure that out?
I think partly
go.
through the love letters, right?
She was betrothed to this guy. I'm going to put it in.
Yeah, he's the leader of the multi-denominational priesthood of Genera.
Yeah.
Let me check my notes.
So if these love letters were found between Jamila and this low-standing Rajani, there could be some serious power changes.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably cost them their lives, and if not,
something would happen for sure.
If not the station of Rebu, right, and his family.
Yeah, so that's what you guys have discovered from these letters, and makes some sense that they might send a powerful assassin to try and find the guy, that person. They don't necessarily know that maybe she does know about the letters, maybe she doesn't. You know, you don't know. All you know is that that's what the rumor is, that she had been asking around for this Rajani Pakamuket or whatever.
So I think if we went to the assassin with the letters, she'd probably think we stole them and kill us and take them. Maybe not do that. It might make sense to return the letters to who they were written to, right? To Rebo or even to Jamila, depending if we wanted to get tangled up in some courtly stuff.
Yeah.
And I think, if I remember, Gabriel was kind of interested in doing that. Like with the ring and some other things.
So I kind of envision you guys out of no longer in the bathhouse. Maybe it's the next day. You had a night of relaxation and healing and comfortableness.
Carousing at Dags.
And no, I thought at the bathhouse you cleaned up, and now maybe the next day or a couple days later, you're carousing at Dags. Or not even carousing necessarily, maybe planning your next move. So I think first, why don't we head over to the round table. We're not going to do anything else. Nothing's going to happen at Dags or anything like that. So, and I believe you're going to be... You're going to... Why don't we do your XP is what I'm saying. Like, what are you going to sell? What are you going to do? All that.
So the draft that I put in there is accounting for keeping 2 sets of armor and 2 prisms. Did anyone want to keep anything else?
Well, we had the crockery flask, which we don't know what's inside it. The woven ring and the woven scepter. Which maybe we could... Is there like a sage here at town that could identify it for us?
Well, let's head over to the campaign questions. One of the questions is, where can we go to get some magical healing?
Oh, and
is there a magic guild my magic user belongs to or that I can join in order to get more spells? There is no guild, but Shatamarum of the Spirilless is said to inhabit the square tower, but hasn't been seen for weeks or possibly months in the bathhouse. He did take an apprentice, Sekhemet, who has a tent among the great pillars. So these are the great pillars. So this also talks about the Ravager, the Temple of the Ravager, who is like an aspect of Arkan Animar, but deals with holy justice and his temple is here in town. Probably one of the more powerful gods of the Chrysian League.
right, and then we have those Verdin items that Hidia found, right? So maybe before we go deal with all the magic stuff, Stu, I like your idea about figuring out what the rake is on the gold and the experience.
So yeah, so aside from the things that didn't have a dollar value, I think that total accounts for everything except saving 2 sets of armor and 2 prisms. I came up with 518 XP GP per person, and plus the 100 per level.
Plus weird points.
That is in
Or did you already put that in there? Oh, you already did. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I didn't show my work when I corrected the gold piece at the bottom, but someone's welcome to double check.
No, I trust your work. I'm confident in your work. How about that? It's not even a matter of trust. I can have.
Is Galdal going to get someone to change the size of the armor for him?
I think that sounds cool. Depending on how much it might cost.
I think 10 gold pieces will cover it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let me do that. And then
That seems like quite a bit, but
Does this count for Elliot's share, or are we just saying he gets no share because he's not here?
that's what we've
my
done
math
so
is based
far.
on 4.
That's what Gabe,
Okay.
Gabe didn't get any XP from before.
Okay, I'm fine to do it that way. It makes it easier than trying to.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but
It's when we got paid out, so yeah.
no one knew when that was going to happen. I mean, I could have had a whole nother dungeon level or who knows what. It just kind of happened. It worked out that way.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's have a little discussion. You guys got it all figured out? You know how many XP you got?
Yep.
Akimuk level up.
Yay! Good job, Akamuk. So he's 3rd level now? No, he just made 2nd.
He's a level. No, he's third.
Dang. See, I'm cheating. I'm giving you guys way too much, not enough danger in this game.
I don't know. I just think we're good. We played it well, right?
Yeah, and Taylor
like
rolled
we
like
did.
4 20s in a row.
It was awesome.
That's called skill and not a random number generator.
That's the skills right there, peoples. And I missed every single time with my creature.
Also skill.
Drained wisdom.
Ugh.
I liked your. I guess are we doing experience points? We are. So we don't. We usually go into highs and lows, right? And sometimes that'll tie into XP.
Hmm.
Stu, you got
One
Oh, Taylor, go ahead.
one interesting thing for me, I lost my. I'm very curious about the Vitim. I'm curious to learn more about what it is, what it does. Hadia would actually try to acquire a jewelry case or a lockbox made of lead that she could put the comb in to try to protect the people around her from its corrupting influence in the meantime. And then, but very curious stuff. I'm kind of disappointed I lost my hit point buffer. I think we had talked about potentially draining Elliot a little bit to use magic, or for Hadia to use magic, but that's okay. I think it turned out really well. It'll be interesting to integrate this. This is a big change. This entire arc here that we had for the last couple sessions, I think it's made a big difference in how I'm going to play Hadia going forward, just because, getting in on a madness compulsion, getting into a symbology burn. So yeah, lots of depth to explore. So
Yeah, the mark on her palm and all that
Mhm.
weirdness.
yeah, got a couple quest objectives to try to discern all this stuff.
Pretty cool. Are any of those highs or lows?
So yeah, I would joke that the only low I had was not being able to drain hit points off of my own allies, but by and large that was I've got. I am walking away from the session interested in the next session. So I think those are kind of high points for me. I liked the wild magic. Presumably the wild magic remains in the depths of the earth. And Hadia will have to make a pilgrimage to her mistress in the sands in the near, not too far future.
Nice. Gabe?
Um, Highs. I think the usage of the protection from evil was ended up as we, I think, as Aaron wanted to work. Hadia's newfound power, that's another high. Also, that madness, both madness are, I think, what a show into role play in the next sessions. See how it goes.
That is pretty cool. Stu?
Yeah, aside from Hadia's action of actually making use of the VTIM, just kind of setting up that scenario that kind of allows for some magic user behavior outside of, rules as written. I spin the one that I memorized today, sort of thing. I think I think it's cool to add that sort of thing. That's just some extra levers to pull, right? I thought that was really cool. I liked Akamuk's ambush on the undead witch creature. And while I received some madness, I thought the one that Galdal received was kind of fitting, because his history is essentially getting in over his head, almost dying, facing creatures bigger than him. So that's cool.
That is.
That almost happened tonight, except for
that's
the
right.
shield sundering, right?
Yeah.
Shield sundering.
Exactly.
That would have been beautiful if it worked, though. You have like you stab it, then you kind of like pole vault it over the top into the cistern. That would have been epic.
That was the intent, was stab it, and then even if I was gonna get squashed or something, is drive it further into him if he falls down onto me. But alas, next time.
Aaron?
I thought we started out with a bang with the fight in the shrine there. I feel like Hethan's.
Oh, dang. This is a horrible time to lose Aaron. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back after crushing the Discord, I was saying that I like the fight that we started with. There was so much cool stuff happening there with Galdal throwing his spear and his hand axe into the melee no matter what. Akamuk killing the witch, and Hethan getting to do cleric stuff was super cool.
Yeah, clerics doing cleric stuff, thieves doing thief stuff, magic users doing magic stuff, and
doing magic user stuff.
Dwarves sucking it up. Yep, I get you.
Well, even the dwarf getting grabbed by the giant, throttled.
Yeah,
that was all cool.
Pretty dwarfy. It was a pretty cool, and I thought it was. If you compare the whole journey, it was it all kind of built up to something. It seemed like maybe anticlimactic to get to the last chamber, and nothing was really there but mysteries, and that opened up further mysteries. But
yeah, I feel like after the fight, we kind of ran out of steam. That would probably be on the low side. I feel like we left something behind in the pool. Maybe there was more to be learned or discovered there. But all in all, a great session. I had fun. I always have fun Tuesday nights.
Good. So I think we'll all get an extra 100. Basically, I'll give you 200 XP for that, but each person will only get 50. So you guys can get an extra 50. And then we'll make it a total of 150, and he can get an extra 100 for finishing this thing. So he kind of finished a quest almost, right, from Dejuti. So we'll remember to tell he gets 100 XP, and you guys get an extra 150 XP for that. So,
okay.
For all the little things, there almost were so many interesting moments, honestly, in the session that it's kind of hard to keep track of them. If just one of those things would happen, it would have been but there were so many that it was almost it's hard to when everything is super cool, nothing is super cool, right? So,
Right. It also feels like we have a lot of things that we can go and do. I think we are like 2 maps, these magic items to try to figure out what they do, and then the courtly intrigue stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of opportunity.
what do you think it has priority for you?
Figuring out the magic for me personally. I mean, as a player, I want to know what all these cool magic items do. As a PC in the fiction, I'm kind of ambivalent. I don't mind which direction we go.
So what would you say the options are? Magic, politics,
Or maps, like
Maps.
map. I'll put like,
Those not in the Forbidden Zone and the one in the Forbidden Zone, which I think is most intriguing, but also sounds super dangerous.
yeah.
Oh,
So
how much bonus XP did you said we would get individually?
150, 150.
All right. So 150 extra means that Hadia should make it to level 2.
Hell yeah! Level 2
Nice.
magic user.
Nice.
That's an achievement.
especially in a
no,
Hobbs
never
game.
mind.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Never mind. I am 6 XP short. I am 2494 out of 2500. So maybe next time.
Did you add your bonus for?
I did.
Oh,
I did add my 10% bonus. So I am 6 XP short. So
Carouse for 6 GP.
do you want to try to figure out what the crockery is?
Yeah.
Or, you could sell the scepter for 10 gold pieces. Or...
What? Don't sell. No.
Didn't we just do something last session when someone was so close and we add something or something? I can't remember.
I think we justified one of the other fictional things that was a high for someone to bump it up.
Oh, I see. Well, I feel like we could give you 6 XP, but then like you lose 6 XP next session. You could borrow it.
you can borrow 6 XP.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay with that. So Hadia is level 2 on a loan.
That's right.
Loans.
It's only 6 XP. I mean, I think in Kevin's game, he lets each person borrow 1 time per campaign, like that. Like if you're within 100 or a small amount.
Mm-hmm.
So
Madison does that.
What happened with the charisma damage we received from the flying skin creatures?
So I think that will slow.
Heal over time.
Yeah, if you didn't get quote unquote killed by it, it's going to heal over time. Any stat damage I think is going to heal over time, but if it's a stat damage from going to 0, it won't heal. It'll take magic or something to do that.
Yep. Hadia also will have to invest in more hoodies. A little bit hide her deformity.
Yeah, I should have role-played that better, but I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, I had meant to, because we were down in the belly of the earth a little bit, so she wasn't worrying about it as much there. But I think I had meant to kind of hide almost, and that may be a thing for her in the future. But we'll figure it out to try to mitigate that.
So maybe in the bathhouse scene after meeting with Al Jahuti, there wasn't. She wasn't partaking of that and getting cleansed and all that. Maybe she just took off to flee to the row or whatever, to her tent at the row.
Yeah. I would have imagined her trying to wash her face over and over and over, and then departing along the less traveled corridors. So
I remember. You don't have to loan. I'll give everyone 10 XP for Gabriel pulling out some of his his grief from his background. Because we didn't mention
Oh, that would have been
I remembered wanting
Right.
to make
that's a good one.
make note of it. I kind of put you on the spot there, and you dug deep and gave us something. I was almost picturing like maybe you had a sister once, and then something bad happened. I might have been taking this from a book. I don't know. On the streets, and then the sister betrayed you to sell you out to something, but you had to beat her up, and then that would have got you into that gang as an achievement or something. But you can work with that later if you'd like to.
Dark.
Yeah,
Dark.
you know, it's dark on the streets of
It's
Genera.
darker.
Genera is dark on the streets of Genera. That's right. I mean, I really appreciate you guys doing
Damn, Taylor.
the Tarzan pants as well.
Makes up.
Oh, the Tarzan pants is worth 6 XP for sure.
6 XP. Yeah, the 2 hit points is the making up for the 20s rolled earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's brutal.
What did you guys think about that grief creature? Didn't get to see it much because
I think she was
Octopus
hideous.
killed it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Too
I'm glad it
fast.
got killed quick.
I took the hands with the mouth. I was hoping to find someone down that would find those interesting. At least preserve them and take them to Genera.
So it sounds like next session, the first thing that we're going to do is maybe kind of go around town and try and learn some stuff, right? And then then the secondary focus seems like it's one of these maps. Is that accurate?
Map or politics, depending on which way the group wants to go, right?
And that's what I'm asking you. Which way do you guys want to go?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we figure it out in Discord.
Oh, you want to take some time? Well, the sooner the better. I'm kind of hoping you could come up with something now so I could actually prepare what I needed to instead of
Okay.
having to
Well,
prepare everything.
Yeah. So for me, I'm ambivalent, guys. I'll go anywhere
Taylor?
with those 3 options.
I would kind of prefer map. Hadia is jonesing to get. Go ahead.
Which map? Forbidden Lands or the map that you got in Vossworm's cave?
The Voss map. I'd say it's not. It's outside the Forbidden Lands. It's in the regular lands, and the bandits were interested in it. So there's likely treasure and adventure to be had.
Firetown or Stone Trees, right? Those were the
Right.
2 locations.
They were kind of bad mojo areas and considered dangerous landmarks. But yeah, they're not in the Forbiddens, deep in the areas that you're warned to travel in. Stu, which one of those 3?
I'd probably also go with the map from the
Okay.
buried
Gabriel?
chest from the bandits.
The Shadar map, really, right? Isn't that kind of what it
Yeah.
was?
I was going to say politics, trying to wrap up his arc with having found the ring and the satchel and the letters, and to close that arc.
Where's Genera
Then-
in relation to the map?
So let's take a
Destination.
look. So this is like the 1 Mile Hex Map. And this is where you guys are, right? Can you see this map? Or no, I didn't move you over, did I? Drink, map problems. All right, here we go. So this is Hava. This is like 1 mile hexes.
Yeah.
All right. All the way over here is the closest city-state.
That's Genera?
No.
No.
It's like Nethin or something like that. Right? the some of the places on that map, I think we decided were like this was like the petrified trees, right? I think this was like Firetown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Was
Right.
there like one more, or no? Is that it?
Seems those are it.
Okay, and that is the direction towards the Forbidden Zone. Okay.
Got it.
So here is this visible area. This is kind of what you just saw on that map. I don't remember if those were 1 mile hexes or if they were a little bigger or what, but I'm pretty sure these are like 6 mile hexes. So I don't know if I screwed up or what, but
I
anyway,
wonder if
this is that city state right there. Now,
Okay.
Junera, you're going to have to scroll out.
we are on round table in the Twitch if we were aiming to show the maps to the
That's
stream.
why.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why
I
I chuckled
forgot.
with Evil Jeff's comment.
So this is the large map of Opjamar. So this is where you guys are right here. Forbidden Zone is this way. Here's that city state there. I'm going to tag. This is Junera.
Oh boy. So Gabriel, would you have to go there to get that resolved?
Okay.
That feels like a hike.
So the Great Trade Route goes around the Forbidden Zone, right? So the city states, this is the way to the Dwarven, this is the opening, the valley to enter, the Valley of Dwarves, of the whatever their vault is right here. Can you even see that X, I guess, is right here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the Forbidden Zone encompasses all of this. So it's massive. The caravan routes go around the Forbidden Zone
And
to the various city states.
where do you point the Genera was in this map?
So all the way over there. I should fix this. I can make it so it's easier to understand.
Okay.
Maybe not. I'll try this.
That's okay.
Yeah, so I think it's going. Oh, so 2.8 is off. There's a grid behind it. I was too lazy to actually turn this into a hex map, apparently, because I think they might be vertical instead of, I don't know. I never set it up. But so that would be times 3. So it's about 240 miles as the crow flies to Junera. So that's a haul. You guys travel for quite a ways. Because I think you guys were just, well, you were following the path of this other dude, right? That's why you kept pushing Hadia, Hakamuk.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the map that had the same? Here's the other map that I wanted to show Evil Jeff and the people out there so they get to see it. So this is like the 1 mile hex map. So this right here is Hava. I think Gabriel is kind of familiar with. No shit. Gabriel's probably a little familiar with some of the backstory of the area because it's always been there. Anyone who's read the zine and you kind of understand maybe what the lore of the area is. And you guys are starting to touch on some of that as well.
Which zine?
The excavation of the tomb of Lornanane.
Is it on drive-through or?
Yeah, search for Hobbs. Also, actually, you should click the affiliate link down at the bottom and then go to drive-through and buy my zine.
And it's only $4, Aaron.
Fuck, another $4.
Honestly, I would be surprised if you couldn't scroll back and find the Patreon post and get the zine.
I'm going to Patreon. I'm going to get my $4 worth.
Bullshit. Because I think I released it on the Patreon at one point, and you'll find it there probably.
Cool.
Did you find it?
I'm into Patreon now, and I'm starting to crawl. But I didn't realize those zines were on the Patreon, so there you go.
Yeah, so if you become a $4 Patreon, you could go get all the zines for that $4 instead of having to pay $12. But you can also buy them if you want print versions at Goodman Games. I also may have some here that I would ship you if you wanted a print version. Mine are color, though. I don't have one laying around of that. I'd probably have to print some more. But yeah, anyway, I think we
cool.
have beaten the hell out of this dead horse. It's 10:07. Like you said, we all ran out of gas. I think there was a lot of build up for that media res start. But you got a lot of cool stuff, and like you say, a lot of lore has been answered. And I think it's time to turn off this music and hit the other music. Everyone's going to be here next week, I'm assuming. It is
Yep.
the 16th, February 16th. Tomorrow is Hobbs and Friends number 70 live recording at 6:30. We're giving you a teaser of the new podcast with Total Geek the First, Arlen Walker. The podcast is going to be called The Libram Society. And we're going to do a teaser of it on Hobbs and Friends number 70 tomorrow, where Total Geek the First, Arlen Walker, is going to be a guest. I released episode 69 last night, so go check that out. And if you want to hear me complaining about some of my peers in the industry, go listen to the current random screed entitled Blether with a question mark. The plan is to try and run North March Thursday at 7. I'll be playing in Dungeon Musings Eberron 5e game at 8 on Friday. Hopefully playing Pendragon on Saturday, and then 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Another LFG game with Mr. Mean, and then Sunday is Valentine's Day. So I don't know what I'm playing, if anything. But there you go. There's the next week. I put the schedule out on Twitter and a lot of the other places. Other than that, I think we should just... Dang it, this music never starts right away. So now I just feel like we're looking at each other. Hopefully next week Elliot will be here and we can see what happens. I'll have that map made and we'll go from there.
It's a beautiful day in the game. Oh, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? Shout about thunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you be? Won't you please, please won't you be